Welcome back to eSIM Studios. We have some we're talking huge, Apple news that will affect you and all other consumers interested in buying a new iPhone moving forward. So, Apple is reportedly planning a major overhaul of its iconic fall iPhone launch, splitting the release of new models into two separate events across the year. Now, this video is going to help break down these significant changes, explaining exactly what to expect and what it means for you, the consumer. Let's go. So, the two-part launch schedule and what's coming and when. So, the traditional September-only iPhone event is set to change. Dun dun dun. Apple's new strategy, according to reports, involves staggering its premium and standard models between the fall and the following spring. So the launch window is expected to only affect iPhone models. So what are you going to get for the upcoming fall 2026 cycle? Well, you're going to get the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max and the launch of their new foldable, the iPhone Fold. That's what we're calling it now. We don't know the official name, but you're going to get the Fold, the 18 Pro Max, and the 18 Pro in September of 2026. Now, check this out. In the spring of 2027, you're going to get the launch and or release of the iPhone 18. That's their base model. The iPhone 18e, the budget iPhone, and the iPhone Air 2. So Apple is going to split their launch, and this new schedule represents a fundamental shift in how Apple introduces its most important product. But what's the strategy behind this move? Let's dig a little deeper. So why is Apple changing its winning formula? According to reports from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, there are several key reasons driving this strategic change for Apple. Now, the first and foremost reason is ease strain on suppliers. Now, spreading the production across the year makes it easier for Apple to partner with certain suppliers. Look, Apple sells tens of millions of devices, so this will reduce the intense pressure of a single massive launch. What's the next step? What's the next reason? Well, balanced revenue. This move helps Apple generate sales more evenly throughout the year, avoiding the single massive revenue spike that currently occurs only in the fall quarter. The third reason is to manage critical component supply. So staggering releases, kind of going back to the first reason. Now, this may be a way for Apple to manage the limited initial supply of its next generation A20 CPU chip, which is expected to use TSMC's cutting-edge 2 nanometer manufacturing process. This new 2 nanometer manufacturing process is a brand new technology that TSMC is embarking on. So they're currently mass producing 3 nanometers and moving into a 2 nanometer unit. Now, TSMC's been on this 3 nanometer, I think, going into almost 2 years. So they have the process, the product down pat, meaning they have a really good product and know exactly what they're doing. Moving into the new A20 CPU, moving on to a 2 nanometer node is a brand new world, and easing the production will help both Apple and TSMC. Moving into the fourth reason, so improve quality control. So a split schedule gives Apple more time to ensure each and every product is as polished as possible. Now, a crucial consideration in light of recent issues like the reported Paintgate controversy with the iPhone 17 Pro models, it allowed them to put a little more time, a little TRL, tender love and care, into each product. Now, this will also maintain year-round excitement by hosting 2 major iPhone events. Apple can keep consumer interest and media attention focused on its products more consistently throughout the year. So now that we understand Apple's potential motives, let's explore what these changes could mean for you as the consumer. So what does this change mean for you? So for anyone planning to buy a new iPhone in the 2026-2027 cycle, These changes have two direct and important consequences. So, you're going to be waiting longer for the standard model. So if you typically buy the standard non-pro iPhone, you will have to wait a little longer, unfortunately. So instead of being released in the fall of 2026, the base iPhone 18, as we mentioned, is now expected to launch in the spring of 2027. It also means higher entry price in the fall. So during traditional fall launch window in 2026, the only new iPhones available for purchase will be the premium models, the Pro and the Pro Max. This raises the entry price for a new gen iPhone to, at the bare minimum, $1,100. That's the starting cost or anticipated starting cost of the upcoming iPhone 18 Pro. But while the plan has clear benefits for Apple and some straightforward consequences for customers, the strategy isn't without potential risks. So, are there any risks to Apple switching up their release schedule? While the new schedule seems logical on paper, the strategy also introduces potential downsides. First, by grouping all of its cheaper iPhones into a single spring launch window, Apple's lineup it risks cannibalizing itself, where the different budget-friendly models compete directly against each other. More importantly, it raises a key question. Will Apple really handicap its main fall release by launching only its premium and potentially lower selling iPhones, especially when the base model like the iPhone 17 have proven to be extremely popular now that they have ProMotion? A no-brainer, right? This new cadence marks a significant departure from Apple's long-standing tradition, and it's important to view this information with the right context. So, this is still a rumor, but we do have a report coming from the most prominent Apple leaker out there, Mark Gurman. Typically, what he says comes to fruition. He's got a damn near 1,000 batting rate, right? Meaning like almost 100% of the time. Sure, he's not right on everything, but I've heard this rumor a few times in the past within the last 6 months. And this is the first time Mark Gurman, the most prominent iPhone leaker, has made a statement like this. Now, his tweet, he put it out there as signed, sealed, and delivered, meaning this is a done deal. So if he says it, it looks he's very, very connected within Apple. So if he says this is the plan moving forward, this is the plan moving forward. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. How is the staggered iPhone release going to affect you, right? Does it seem like Apple's trying to take a page out of Samsung's book, because Samsung has multiple launch days throughout the year, right? For their Samsung Galaxy S series, for their foldables. And it looks like Apple might be doing the same thing. I personally think it's a smart move. It does keep attention on you throughout the year. It does keep sales consistent throughout the year. You can celebrate iPhone more. Every 6 months, you'll have an iPhone release. So I think they're going to do this moving forward, and not just for next year, but every iPhone series to come. I think they're going to stick to this plan for a while. So let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll check you on the next one. Peace.